Along with the tradition of gathering around the Thanksgiving table, many gather in downtown Grand Rapids each year for the annual Turkey Trot. Well, it's still happening, but you can gobble up those miles a different way. I spoke with Kurt Johnson of Grand Rapids Public Schools along with Jessica from Blue Cross Blue Shields about what's different this year.
Obviously, as we know, everything's a little bit different this year. Doesn't mean the holidays go away or some of the traditions that come along with it, and that's especially true when it comes to the Turkey Trot. But of course, this year in the 28th year, there are going to be some changes. So Kurt, if you'd like to go ahead and hit on that for us.
Well, this year, Turkey Trot goes virtual. And so in the health and safety and the well-being, thinking about the well-being for all involved, we decided to do a virtual 5K run or walk this year. And so we're thinking about everybody, that it's quite a large crowd, over 5,000 people gathered downtown Grand Rapids, whether they're running or spectating. And we have hundreds of volunteers as well. So, in the best interest of everyone involved, we thought it would be best if we would go virtual this year. But we still want to keep the engagement.
And so by going virtual, what exactly does that mean?
What does that mean? That means that individuals will have an opportunity, a week-long opportunity from Thursday, November 19th through Thursday, November 26th to run 5K in their own environment, on their own time, their own courses of their choosing, and then submit their time to a downloadable database that will compile all of the results there. So it's a little more flexible. We can outreach to actually even more people than we normally do. We flood the streets of downtown Grand Rapids, but this way you can be wherever you are in the United States or actually the world and participate with us and support the cause for the Grand Rapids Turkey Trot.
That's right. When life hands you lemons, right? You guys go ahead and make worldwide lemonade. I love that. So we can't move forward without talking about what exactly all this money goes toward.
Well, this money goes towards after-school athletics, and so those are some pretty pricey programs to run, and so making sure our students have access to those. And, high school sports are part of just the high school life, or school sports, middle school, elementary as well, just part of school life. And so we did not want to have any barriers for kids accessing those programs. Equipment can cost. The cost of officials and uniforms and transportation, all those sort of things kind of cost. And so we would not want to have to pass that cost on to the students in order for them to access that. And so we know that would be a barrier. And so we do annual fundraisers. And this is one of our biggest fundraisers that help support and offsets those costs for families.
So I'm guessing this year, even more than ever, this is actually needed.
Absolutely. So we all know the conditions that we're under right now. And so with all the uncertainty and the things that change hour by hour, minute by minute. And so the support is really needed more than ever to create some sort of stability, relieve some anxiety that these programs will be there and available for students and families.
Absolutely. And with that said, real quick before we get to how people sign up for this, because I think they're really going to be anxious to do this year, knowing that they have to burn off that turkey meal before they even have it, of course.
Move your feet before you eat.
There you go. I love that. So Jessica, as far as Blue Cross's role in all of this, you guys are always a proud sponsor.
Right. Yeah. For this is our 7th year now, helping fundraise for these after-school programs. And, we recognize that it's just so important for kids to have the stability, especially at this time, in those after-school programs and in the sports, really help build long-lasting habits, even beyond their school years. And so, that's why this year is just so important to get involved as ever, just because these kids really need the stability right now and need to be able to participate in these after-school programs.
With health being on the forefront in every conversation these days, too, this is especially important for sure. So let's talk about how we get families, people of all ages, to sign up to do this.
Absolutely. And we're so proud that we've grown the race to, from a few runners to a few thousand. And it involves multi-generational families, from the grandparents to their kids and to their grandkids, that are all run together there. And so it's a very easy sign up, grps.org/athletics. And that will take you right to the runsignup.com registration page there. And so very easy. Grand Rapids Public School students can register for free, which is great. And then we also have a mini trot, a 1K, for those who are under 12 years old. And so it's very easy to get involved. And then also, for whatever reason, if you can't participate in the actual event and running or walking, there's an opportunity to donate as well. So you can still support the cause from a distance.
Well, I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon.